Snoopy Love and Gang. It is so nice to be back. Today, I am going to be talking about my recent trip to the Charles M Schulz Museum in Santa Rosa to celebrate the 75th anniversary of Peanuts and to go over to my very first member event. Some of you may or may not know, but I am a member of the Schultz Museum, and one of the perks is being invited to member only events. So sit back and relax as we talk about this amazing and beautiful experience. After driving 7 hours to Santa Rosa from Southern California, we made it to the Schultz Museum, and immediately they had signs about the 75th anniversary celebration. This event was open to the public, basically to anyone who bought admission and came to the museum. Also, for everybody who was coming to the museum throughout that whole weekend, they were giving out a free poster, which was really cool, a really cute way to commemorate the 75th as well. They were handing out cookies, they were doing crafts where you were able to make little Snoopy ears, drawing classes where you would learn how to draw different Peanuts characters throughout the day, and also book signings. They also had Snoopy out for photo ops, which was really cool. So the museum opened at 10 a.m., and by 11 a.m., the museum was completely packed. There was a ton of people, and which is amazing, which is beautiful, which makes me so happy to see that people were really coming out and showing out at the museum for the celebration. But it was a little bit overwhelming. So I was able to take some photos with Snoopy and check out the exhibits a little bit, but it was really full of people. But we also knew that we were going to be back at the museum in the evening time. So I wasn't too caught up in like making sure that I see the whole thing or like film all of the exhibits because I knew that we were going to be coming back later for the member only event. So after the photos, we just headed out to the city. My only goal in the city was to open up a library card, and we got to do that. So we visited the Northwest Library, which has a statue of Lucy right outside. Also, if you're unfamiliar, Santa Rosa and the surrounding areas have a ton of Peanut statues all over. In fact, the Visit Santa Rosa team did create a map and list of all of the different statues that you're able to see. They call it Peanuts on Parade. And if you scan the QR code or go on their website, you're able to see all of the different statues available. And they're so adorable. It's really fun to see them. However, there are a ton of them. I think that you would have to spend a whole week in the city in order to see all of them. So, yeah, so I've only been able to see a few, but yeah, we got to see Lucy. Then I opened up my library card at the Central Library location, which is more in downtown Santa Rosa. The reason why I did it there is because I really wanted to see a statue of Marcy that they have outside. We took a ton of photos and videos. This made the drive so worth it to me. I really just wanted to see the statue so badly, and it was really nice. It was really wonderful. If you guys probably know this already, but I really love Marcy, so that was really special to me. And the library card that I chose says, Las bibliotecas son para todos, which means libraries are for everybody. So that was also really cool. Then we headed over to the Railroad Square, which is where they have this Visit Santa Rosa Center along with one of the smart train stations. So I got a little photo or a little video of my conductor Snoopy with the smart train passing by, which was really fun. I love taking photos and videos of my conductor Snoopy with trains because, yeah, trains are cool. And then we got some coffee at Aroma Roasters, which is just right there, like right across. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got a PSL and it was so good. Like possibly one of the best PSLs like I've ever had. I love my I heart my pumpkin spice latte. So I needed that pick me up because I was like super tired and it was like so amazing and wonderful and yummy. Then, once it was evening time, that's when we headed back over to the museum. We got ready for the member only event that they had going on. So, this member event was specifically to celebrate like the opening of their newest exhibit titled Ha Ha Ha, which is really cool. It's such a fun exhibit. They did it to where it's kind of like you're playing a board game. So they have a spinner thing So they have like a spinner, and whatever it lands on, that's like where you'll start in the exhibit. And it'll take you through the different styles of humor, of comedy that Charles Schulz used in his comics, which is really cool. I and then they also have like a little voting system so that you can vote for like what humor style you think was the best. I really enjoyed learning about how he used a lot of words that start with B in order to like start with B, so like Beethoven, Babu, and like Sweet Babu, Beagle, Blockhead, things like that. I thought that was so funny. Like I had never really like noticed that he used a lot of words that start with B. So that's what I chose. So at the member only event, they had like the whole courtyard outside area open, and they had a lot of like refreshments and like foods to eat, and the food was great. Everything was really good and really wonderful. I got really full, which was really nice. And they did a toast to the 75th anniversary. Miss Jeannie Schultz was out there, and she helped with the raffle that they also had going on. They were raffling off a giant Snoopy and like some other things. Spoiler alert, I did not win anything, but it was still really cool to just be there and to like hang out. I had also never seen Miss Schultz in person before, which so that was really cool. And yeah, then they basically opened up the whole museum for us and we were able to explore. And that's when we got to see the Ha 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 exhibit, which is like the brand new one. Then in the upstairs gallery is where they had an exhibit about the 60th anniversary of Charlie Brown Christmas. So they had this script, they had fan letters, they had a bunch of like information about it. They also had an interview from one of the choir members who sang for the special. Y'all know that the Peanut specials hold such an incredibly special place in my heart. And Charlie Brown Christmas is also just one of those beautiful ones. It has such a beautiful story. The fact that they had a very short timeline and they had all the odds against them, but they were able to create possibly the most iconic Christmas movie, right? That so many people, so many generations have grown up with. And it was so nice to like learn more about that, to read about it more. And I obviously am such a humongous fan of like Vince Guaraldi and just all like the specials that he worked on. Like those hold such a special place in my heart. So that was really cool to see as well. And that's not to say I don't love all the specials. Like I really enjoy all of them, plus all the new ones that have been coming out. Also, they do have a new mural at the museum. So it used to be where it said my dog is my home, and it was like Charlie Brown and Snoopy, but now it's like a giant mural of like Schroeder playing the piano, and it has like the musical notes, and then it has like Snoopy and Woodstock in there or something like that. That was really cute. So that was my experience at the Schultz Museum during the 75th anniversary weekend. I can't imagine a better place to have celebrated than at the place that Mr. Schultz chose as his home. It was a beautiful time. It was such a gorgeous weekend. The weather was also very, very beautiful. I mean, it always is out there, but it was extra beautiful. It was so nice. Also, they're going to be having an exhibit about Snoopy's family starting next year, which I am so excited to see what they do. I've been really excited about all the integration of like Snoopy's siblings, like just like the way I have this Olaf back here, of like Snoopy siblings out here in the US. I love that. It's amazing. And yeah, also, I did talk a little bit about being a member of the museum, which I highly recommend. Even if you don't live by the museum, you just want to support the place, I highly recommend that. I think they do so many great, beautiful things for the community. Like, just besides being a museum, they do have traveling exhibits, they do have a lot of like events for kids in the area as well. So I think it's just a beautiful way to get the community out and active. And even though I don't live there and I don't go super often, it's still a place that I just really root for and just love so much. So, besides being a besides being invited to member only events, you also do get discounts at the gift shop, at the museum itself, as well as the Warm Puppy Cafe. You also get discounts on hotels in the area. discounts on admission to California's Great America and other things as well that I like cannot remember at the top of my head, but I highly recommend checking out their website and looking at the tiers of membership that they have. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions about the museum, the membership, anything I could probably help with, just let me know down below. And thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy that I had something good and exciting to talk about here on YouTube. So you know where to find me. Also, all right, bye.